Hello and welcome back to the Lincoln Loco 3, and welcome back to Anthony Ward, the goalkeeper that used to be ours and is now the goalkeeper of Lille, who are today's opponents in the quarter-finals of the Europa League. Very excited to come up against him once again. And also, wedged in between those two games, we have got arguably the most important game of the Lincoln Loco 3 in general, actually, the entire series, as we take on Real Madrid at home. But more on why that is so important a little later on. There's plenty to talk about, including transfers and youth intakes, but first of all, I'm going to focus on the fixtures since you were here last time out. You were last here, of course, for the win over Marseille in the second knockout round of the Europa League, as well as drawing to Villarreal in La Liga. Well, since then, we have played 3 games, kicking things off with a 2-0 victory over Mallorca, which was fantastic. We then drew 2-2 with Levante, which was very frustrating because both Valencia and Real Madrid also slipped up then. It was the one chance we had to go top of the table, and we slip up when the other teams around us also slip up. However, Valencia and Real Madrid drew against each other, whilst we went on to go and beat Huesca. So what that means is that currently we are top of the table with only 6 games to play this season. Currently, we are top of the table as it stands because we beat Real Madrid earlier on this season 3-2. We can find it. There it was, 3-2. Morales with a hat-trick, scoring 2 goals very late on. This was the result I showed you a few episodes ago where we had 4 shots on target and scored 3 of them. Like a really, really lucky win. But obviously, Spain, they do their leagues on a head-to-head record as opposed to goal difference. So because we beat Real Madrid and we're level on points with them, even though we've got a worse goal difference, we do go ahead of them. Now, obviously, if we can avoid defeat to Real Madrid in the game against them later on, it puts us in the prime position to go on to win La Liga this season. So this Real Madrid game today is absolutely crucial. Before we get into the games though, the first thing to talk about as well are the youth intake. The youth intake has come through and looks much better than last season. Last season was like a 4-star player and then like a load of 3-star players. Nothing exciting. This time around, it's a 5-star player and a couple of 4-star players in there as well. Mostly fullbacks, but they all look really, really solid, which is fantastic. However, we are kind of coming to the point now of the Lincoln Loco 3 where these guys coming through, yes, they're very good, but they might not be actually featuring for us at all because I can't really see the Lincoln Loco 3 going on for that much longer. We're right at the top of La Liga. We're not too far away from a Champions League win either, I don't think. So for me, we've got no more than 5 seasons left in this save, I would imagine. So I'll put this on the Patreon as usual. However, if you do want one of these players, I can't promise they're going to reach the first team because the series might finish before they get old enough, essentially. So if you do want to play it from this youth intake, there's a link down below to the Patreon to get signed up there. Of course, you can get one of these players, but also use it to save yourself a player or get yourself ready for a player for the next series after the Lincoln Loco 3. Speaking of young players and wonder kids in particular, every January, February, March time in Football Manager, I like to do a bit of scouting for wonder kids. I go to the player search, I go to edit search, I change it to 15 to 21 years old and get rid of the interest in transfer. So every player between 15 and 21 comes up within our scouting range. And then I sort it by media description and find all the media description kids listed as wonder kid. I scout them all out and I add them to a shortlist. Once they're all scouted out, they are added to a shortlist and I can easily see every player on the shortlist. I can keep tabs on them essentially. And usually I sort it by lowest value so I can see who is the cheapest available. And usually you can see some guys have got really low values like this guy, £850,000, but the release fee clause is £10 million. And he's only 3-star current ability, right? So nothing major. But this time around, I spotted this guy, Oscar Presadio, which I'm probably saying all wrong, from Deportivo Cali in Colombia, a left winger, right? With 4.5 stars of current ability, valued at £875,000. I had to check this one out a little more, alright? So I checked it out a little more and I said, can we buy you please? And Cali said, yes you can for £2 million. So I had to buy a player. I had to buy him. I couldn't not buy him for £2 million. Look how good he is already. So this guy is a signing for next year already. He joins in summer. But look at, he's got 4 caps for Colombia, 3 goals. He's just turned 20. We've bought him for £2 million. Honestly, this, for me, could be the deal of any Football Manager save that I've ever done. I am so happy with this one. Normally, I do like to keep my signings to summer so I can actually put them in the summer transfer window videos for you. However, I didn't want to take a risk on this guy. I didn't want to risk other clubs coming in and buying him. So we've got him now. So I just thought I'd show you now. We've signed this guy for next season. He looks incredible. So, in between episodes, not many games happening, but plenty of news in terms of young players and signings and stuff like that. So, very, very excited. Anyway, let's jump into the first game of today's episode against Lille. Krenter starts in goal with a backline of Varel, Weber, Rubens and Rask. Tyson Brown and Nowak start in the middle, with Terziev and Paulo Turner on the wings, and Sione and Morelos leading the line. So, as kickoff is upon us, well, we are reunited with Anthony Ward. Now, if you can't remember Anthony Ward or you joined the Lincoln Loco, there he is on the ball for Lille right now. Anthony Ward was like the first really, really great quality player to come through one of our youth intakes, and he was a fantastic keeper for us. And when we had no money, basically, we were like minus £2 million. Valencia came in and offered £5 million for him, and he saved the club financially. And we would not be in the position where we are right now if Anthony Ward hadn't come through and been sold for £5 million. So for me, Anthony Ward is one of the heroes of this save, and it's so good to see him doing so well. He's in this Lille team that are pretty decent actually in Ligue 1. They're doing really well, always in like the top 4 sort of thing. They got knocked out of the Champions League, which is why they're here right now. And hopefully Anthony Ward is going to repay our faith in him by letting him go and play elsewhere in the world when he was far too good for us. Far too good for us at the time when we had him. But hopefully we're going to be too good for him right now, and we're going to win today's game. However, at half-time, it is 0-0, which is kind of frustrating because I'm waiting to do this one football integration when a goal goes in the back of a net, but it's not going in the back of a net yet, so I can't do it. Speaking of that, I need to find my phone, actually, because that's part of the integration, right? So quickly, Paulo Turner. My phone's behind the green screen. I've got it. Can we score a goal, please? There we go. Nowak into... Nothing happened there. Nowak into the area, into Tyson Brown. It doesn't matter. We didn't score. Didn't matter. We didn't even score. Paulo Turner with a corner for us, though. A little bit worried, actually, now, I must say. This is our home leg against Lille, and we are not winning it yet, which is a little concerning. It does go to show how good Anthony Ward is, though, I must say, because obviously he's making loads of great saves to make sure we can't score. I imagine that's probably what's happening. As Terziev into Sione, Morelos hits the post. Oh, we are getting very unlucky. Maybe a chance for us in the 62nd minute as Terziev gets the ball into Varel, who can put the ball back to Tyson Brown. Tyson Brown holds on to possession into Nowak, back to Tyson Brown, who just holds on to it for far too long and just gives it straight to Anthony Ward. Anthony Ward, who obviously I don't think has played in this stadium. He played in the old stadium. This is the new one for him. So technically, this is... I'm not quite sure what happened there. I thought Rubens was about to be sent off, but he just sort of stood still. Okay, this is getting a little bit silly now. 15 shots we've had, and we've not put one in the back of a net yet, as Weber's shot is saved comfortably by Anthony Ward. He's had a fantastic game for Lille today. Right, tactical changes are needed. Paulo Turner looking tired and not playing well, so Gisk will come on there. And what I might do, actually, is move Morelos back to a complete forward on attack, and Sione can be the advanced forward on attack instead. Terziev having another poor game. He's played pretty poorly, actually, in between episodes, so we're going to bring him off for Stransky instead, and we'll leave it at that just for now. We've got 15 minutes or so to go to try and get ahead in this game as Tyson Brown into Terziev. Terziev coming forward, won't do much with it as Varel gets on the ball. Varel shoots, Anthony Ward again makes a great save. Defensively, we are solid today. Really good ratings at the back. We just can't seem to score any goals at all. As demands more, as very attacking, as 5 minutes to go or so in today's game, we need to get ourselves a goal. Defensively, we're fine. I don't really think we're going to concede. We just need to score some goals. And another shot hits the woodwork there. That is very frustrating. But what this does, right, is put us in a very difficult position. Because what do we do in the second leg now? The second leg is going to be really difficult. Do we go 5 at the back? Or do we stick with this? I don't know what to do in the second leg now, particularly if they just scored then. That would have been really frustrating. But Lille today have given us a good game. Anthony Ward is showing us why he is such a fantastic goalkeeper as he keeps a clean sheet today against us, which is frustrating on the one part, but also quite nice to see that he is doing really well for himself. And I'm kind of happy that he's a good goalkeeper and just playing really well for his team. Like, I love him as a person, basically. So I'm happy for him, but also not very happy because we've not won this game. So that's kind of frustrating on our part. However, with only 20 seconds or so left on the clock, Lille aren't going to score a goal because Varel makes a good challenge there. And this should just be the closing highlight of the game. And as the whistle blows, my phone is buzzing, telling me that, full time, Lincoln Red Imps 0, Lille 0. Fair enough. Today's video, though, is sponsored by OneFootball as per usual, so big thanks to them. OneFootball is the best footballing app out there to keep up to date with all of the latest footballing news, live scores, and updates from the games that matter to you. You can follow your favourite teams from around the world and get push notifications sent straight through to your phone whenever anything happens in the games that's noteworthy. So you can download the app for absolutely free from the top line of the description, and it would massively help me out. Also very frustrating to see our XG up at nearly 2 there. That is very, very frustrating, but you were unlucky out there tonight, boys. We'll get them next time. In the meantime, we have to rest our players, and our attention is now shifting to the Real Madrid game, which is so crucial, right? If we win this, we go 3 points clear at the top of La Liga with 5 games to go, and even if Real Madrid come back to be level on points with us, we are guaranteed to be ahead of them because we'll be better in that head-to-head record. So this game coming up, could win us La Liga. It could actually win us the title. Obviously not mathematically, but given that it would be very difficult for Real Madrid to catch us up, and given our fixtures for the rest of the season are, apart from Valencia, right, pretty kind. I mean, Betis in 5th are decent, but Sociedad, Granada and Elche all in the bottom half of the table. We've got pretty kind fixtures for the rest of the season. So if we can get past Madrid today, we have one hand on that trophy. But for the Real Madrid game, I don't think, given that we couldn't actually beat Lille using this formation, I don't think we're going to beat Real Madrid using it. So we are going to drop to 5 at the back for this one. Paulo Turner will not play at centre-back, obviously. We'll bring Araya on for him alongside Rubens and Weber. Rask and Varel happy with those guys at the wing-back positions. Nowak and Tyson Brown through the middle is all good. Drisa Ferdinand will come on for Terziev. And they are the only changes that I am willing to make right now. So that's the team. Let's try and get a famous victory. So, as kickoff is upon us today, if we win this, I might lose my mind. The rain is pouring, which could be pathetic fallacy. It could be a bad sign for us as Wallace comes forward and nearly scores 20 seconds into the game. We've got to be really sharp and careful and work together well as a collective. As João Felix puts the ball into the middle, and again, putting it over the bar for Real Madrid there. They are looking very dangerous in the first 5 minutes of this game. We just have to soak up the pressure, get some good counter-attacks going, and then beat Real Madrid. I mean, a draw would be great. A draw would be fantastic, although a draw right now puts Valencia level on points with us as well. So suddenly it then becomes like a 3-horse race for the title. I think Valencia have just gone 1-0 up in their game by looks of things, which is not ideal, obviously, as Nowak looks to come forward, gets the ball through to Morelos. Morelos scores it. It's been pulled back for offside, though. That's frustrating. Was it offside? Of course it wasn't. Ref, it wasn't off. Goal disallowed. Okay, what's this for then? Who's offside and where? It's, yeah, okay, I can see that. At least we can put the ball in the back of the net, which is fantastic. As I say, Valencia have gone 1-0 up in their game, so they are, as it stands right now, on 73 points with us, although they've not gone ahead of us. So I assume that means that we've beaten them this season earlier on. I can't quite remember the result between Valencia earlier on this season, but our second game against them this season comes up next episode, which will be very exciting. Drisa Ferdinand, only his second goal of the season, gets on the end of Sione's cross though, and that is the goal that we need. Whoa, you love to see it. Rask's throw in into Sione. Sione just hoofs the ball into the 6-yard area. The defenders somehow miss it. Ferdinand smacks it. 1-0. With our first shot of the day, at least legal shot of the day. Yeah, Real Madrid hate us this season. We've had 5 shots against Real Madrid this season and scored 4 goals. Sometimes you need a bit of luck, and this season against Real Madrid, we have had all the luck. So much luck. I mean, literally 80% of our shots we've had against Real Madrid have gone in the back of a net this season, which is obviously rather frustrating if you're a Real Madrid fan, manager or player. But we will take that luck. You know, other years we've had no luck against Madrid. So this season, I mean, how much luck do we need? How much luck do we need? Blimey. That should have gone in the back of a net, right? But it didn't. As Betis have turned it round against Valencia as well, all of a sudden, this is looking absolutely incredible for us. As Valencia pulled one back, okay. But as it stands right now, 3 points clear of Madrid and 4 points clear of Valencia with 5 games to go. Now, don't do it now, Madrid. Don't do it now. Mason Greenwood into Luis Antonio. Ball in the middle is good. Wallace gets a goal right at the end there. Still, I'm still counting our blessings, right? Looking at the shots and things, I'm looking at the previous game against Madrid, right, which we won 3-2 in very fortunate circumstances, right? We should have lost twice to Madrid this season. We haven't. If we can hold on for a draw, I'm counting that as a win in my opinion, to be fair, because I back us to win every single game for the rest of the season. Valencia might be tricky, as will Betis, to be fair, actually. So those 2 games might be tricky, but I back us. I'm backing us. A 1-1 draw there is good. So Betis and Valencia drew. We drew with Real Madrid. We stay level on points with Madrid, but ahead of them in the table. Of course, if we ever finish level on points with them now, we will be ahead of them too, which is fantastic. Valencia are 2 points behind us. Valencia, how did we get on against them earlier on this season? We won 2-1. Okay, so that's fantastic as well. That's handy for us. Brill. We're in a great position right now. We just can't let it slip. Right, back to focus our attention in the Europa League. Now, this is going to be a big one. I am nervy. Because actually, although I've said this season we're going to win the Europa League, there is a very good chance that Lille at home might batter us. Wow, Paulo Turner's just picked up an injury as well. He's out for 3 to 4 weeks with a hernia. So that's a huge part of our team missing now. And of course, now that David Perez has gone to Galatasaray, that means Gisk will have to play on the left-hand side. Or right-hand side. Right-hand side, obviously. Ludek Varel also suspended for this game, which is less than ideal. So Lukau swaps in for Varel at left-back. Gisk will come on for Paulo Turner at right-wing. And I'm swapping over Tyson Brown and Murat Kabak, who was suspended/injured for the previous game as well. So he's going to come back in to play this one. So as kickoff is upon us, this is it. It's all on the line right now for us. If we don't win this, I feel like it will be a massive cup upset. However, if we don't win it, I really want Lille to go on to win it for Anthony Ward. More than I want to see JD Meakin win it with RB Leipzig, or more than I want to see Catania win it with Borussia Mönchengladbach. Other of our former players, of course, there are other clubs in this competition still. In the meantime, Nowak in the middle, cleared by the defence though, but we do maintain possession, I should say, as Nowak once again into Sione. Morelos, Sione scores. We've made the breakthrough. We've got the away goal. And I'm sorry, Anthony Ward. I'm so sorry, but it had to happen. He played brilliantly in the first leg. And of course, there's still plenty of time for Lille to come back and score some goals. But I'm kind of hoping that now is going to open up the floodgates. For maybe both teams, apparently, because Arezzo just scored a goal for Lille. You hate to see it. Thing is, though, as it stands right now, we are still going through because of the away goal rule. So we can sit back, relax, and sort of rely on that a little bit. But as it stands right now, Lille are outplaying us, which is concerning. But we've made it to half-time, which is good. Okay, pleased with everything so far. Let's just keep steady. The longer the game goes on without any highlights, the better it's going to be for us. Now, we're not really doing anything, apparently. And here come Lille. No, let's not score a goal, Lille. Good. Now, Gisk, get on the counter-attack. Let's get another goal, another away goal. Or just do that. I don't know. Sione's got a chance to come forward instead, though. Sione into the area. Sione into the middle. Morelos, Terziev in the back of the net. Nothing Anthony Ward could do about that one. The defence messed up massively there. Okay, brill. 2 on it, so we are winning. And another away goal. So if Lille do score an equaliser, we're still going through there on away goals, which is great. So really good for us. We are going to take Araya off, bring Araya on, sorry, for Rask, who's looking very tired apparently, and is 1 yellow card away from suspension. So we'll do that. The same with Nowak as well. We'll take him off in a second's time when I get back onto that screen, which tells me easy subs to make. Lukau clears the ball out from the back, which is good. Morelos chases on to his own knock-on, but doesn't really do anything with it, unfortunately, as Anthony Ward clears out from the back. Lille, with 10 minutes to go, trying to get back into this game, but good defence from us there. Not good defence from us there at all, as we lose possession in the midfield once again. Lille looking to come forward. Okay. 10 minutes to go. It's game on again. Let's get Nowak off for Tyson Brown, and let's bring Idrissa Ferdinand on for Kabak. Okay, confirm those two changes. There's only a couple of minutes left to go in the game. We're in the 90th now, and there's a highlight for Lille. Oh, you hate to see it. If they score a goal now, which they nearly do, Krenta with a great save at the near post, or far post, I should say. Really good for him, as Morelos can't get on the end of Terziev's ball there. Right, Lille, don't score a goal, please. No. We're out. That's it. We're out. I can't believe it. That's literally it. Gisk, what's he done wrong? Gisk, you're on a 5.9. What's Gisk done wrong? Well, we weren't the underdogs out there at all. I don't know what the assistant manager's on about, saying we're underdogs. We weren't. I'm far from pleased from what I've just... Well, that really has caught me off guard. I thought we'd cruise through this today. Absolutely cruise through it. But Anthony Ward, fair play to you. You've done that yourself. I don't know what to say. I'm speechless. Well, that changes everything then. I was expecting this season to get silverware, and well, I don't think we're going to do that right now, are we? We're not going to do it. What that will mean, though, is tomorrow we might do a bumper 4-game special. I'm going to play Real Sociedad off camera because they're bottom of the table, not that interesting. But tomorrow, I want to do the Betis and I want to do the Valencia games because they are so crucial given they are 6th and 3rd in the table. And then if we win both of those games, Granada and Elche could be pretty easy games for us to go and clinch the league title. So although there's no silverware in the Europa League this season, which actually I'm very embarrassed about because how many times this season have I said, we're winning this? I can't believe how easy this is going to be to win. And of course, we've bottled it completely massively there. That's rather frustrating. But there is still silverware on the line in La Liga. So tomorrow, we're going to find out if we can win it or not. So thank you ever so much for watching today's episode. Hope you guys have enjoyed watching it, especially you, Anthony Ward. I'm sure you had a great time watching that one. Make sure you do drop a like on the video for me and subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. And I will see you next time. Have a good one. Goodbye.